semen retention, body gains, and what to expect when practicing body game. Now, there's a lot of people out there that's looking at these body game videos, man. And the main thing they seeing is that you're going to get the attraction from the women's. And that's true. You're going to get the attraction from the women's. But here's the thing. If you're insecure and you're in the gym and you're working on your body before you're working on the inside, then things are going to happen, man. And I got to let you know. I got to let you know what happens to an insecure person who doesn't work on their self in the inside and only works on the body game. Now, true, a lot of women are going to give you the attention. You're going to be attractive, especially if you're tall. You hear what I'm saying? Especially if you got that jawline. Women are going to give you the attention. They're going to be attracted. All types of them, from the young ones in the hood to the ones up in the Mercedes Benzes, man. You're going to have all the attention. But like I said, this is just an introduction. Some women are bold enough with so much confidence that they will approach you, and they have been around so many men who are confident that they already going to pick you apart if you're not confident, and then you're going to be lesser confident. I hope you understand what I'm saying, man. Look, you're going to be this big buff dude in the gym because you've been working out for a couple of years, but you still probably masturbating and still not working on your confidence, man. You still an insecure type of guy. You hear what I'm saying? But you have this nice body game. Then this woman comes who's used to guys with confidence and not insecure, real players. And when she come to check you out and you don't pass the test and she don't look at you no more in the gym, you hear what I'm saying? Like you a fraud. Like you a big buff boy. You hear what I'm saying? So this is why you have to work on yourself. Be confident, man. And loving yourself at the same time that you practicing this body game, man. This is very important. You know what I'm saying? Because there's stereotypes and little myths and stuff that comes with this body game. And if you insecure and have low confidence and all of that, but you have this nice body, then it's going to affect you. A lot of things are going to trigger you. You just might fall off. That's why I say that body game is really a mature man's game. It's not a little boy's game, because these women pick you apart, man, because it's real easy to grow a nice physique around an insecure little boy. It's real easy. Just because you got big muscles and you can run fast and stuff, don't mean that you have the confidence. When women are looking at these guys that's practicing body game, they are expecting a certain type of confidence. And if you don't display that confidence, it's like they consider you a fraud, man. If you have this nice body that's like a model or like a bodybuilder or however type of body game you practicing that the women you attract like, if you got this body, then they already expecting you to know how to deal with women, whether this woman is in the hood or whether this woman is in the Mercedes Benzes, man. You hearing what I'm saying? Look, if you are insecure and you have low confidence, but you have this nice body, what do you do when people start saying that you on steroids? A lot of people fall off and lower their intensity because a lot of people conform. A lot of people want to fit in. And now all of their friends and family and everything is making these jokes like, hey man, look, he on steroids. So you lighten the load a little bit. I done seen it happen. It done happened to me. If you don't have confidence, you insecure, and you have this body game, it can kind of go against you, man. You hear what I'm saying? How would you deal with the stereotype of the better the body, the smaller the penis? Man, you know how many times, man, I literally had to curse this one white woman. She was walking with this one female, and being that I didn't give her no attention for like a week, man, she tried everything to get my attention. I didn't give her no damn attention. And she put up the little C sign, the little penis sign when she was walking by, and her and her friend bust up laughing. She only lasted in that gym for like 2 more days because that's when I was bad. That's when I took vengeance in my own hands. So I got rid of her. Don't be playing with me because I'm just working out. I'm enjoying this. I'm growing. You hear what I'm saying? And there's so many stereotypes. And how dare you try to offend me in my gym? Yes, I had the energy of the gym at that time. And whoever I wanted gone would be gone. And I wanted her gone, so she was gone. Because she was playing with me with the little penis tactic. How would you deal with that, buff guy? Especially if you really do got a little penis. You hear what I'm saying? You see? So we looking at this body game thing like it's Disneyland. You about to get real big and buffed, and you about to go out there. You about to get all of the women, all of the dudes is gonna think you the homie and the OG and all of that type of stuff. But it's a whole nother world that goes with it. Now, don't get me wrong. The body game is fun. But it's only fun if you have confidence and you're not insecure. You understand what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing, the majority of the people who's in these gyms, who's lifting these heavy weights, who's taking all of these supplements, they're insecure and they have no confidence and they working on a body more than they working on the things that's in the dark. You hear what I'm saying? That's the problem right there. The body game is fun though. If you got confidence, if you are able to laugh at rejection and just laugh at it, then the body game is the best. If you able to take the steroid jokes, the small penis jokes, the gay jokes, all of those, if you are able to to survive all of the bad things that come with it, also the player, all of the player stereotypes that come with it, if you are able to survive that, then the body game is very beautiful. And one more thing about the body game, man. There's a lot of people that's out there that don't want to be like a player or stand on stage. They don't want to have 7 wives. I understand that. Everybody don't want to have 7 wives. I say 7 wives, but I really don't want to be dealing with no damn 7 females, man. And if you didn't deal with females, you would know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't want to be dealing with no 7 females. I just say that. But the body game is going to make that brother look like he's a player or a boy toy. That's the thing. If you a brother, you don't want the 7 wives, you're not a player type, because all guys aren't, they not player types. You hear what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys, the majority of guys really want a wife and settle down and all of that type of stuff, whether they admit it or not. But when you practice in the body game, then women are going to look at you like a toy, or they're not going to take you serious. Trust me, man. And as you get older, you're going to want to be taken serious. Now, this is fun when you're young. I get it. When you're 20, I say about 20 to 35. But once you get older, you're not going to want the woman to just call you up just to have sex. Well, you might do, man. You might do. You just might do. I don't know. But listen, the majority of guys, I'm telling you, man, it gets old. You know, once you have a lot of something, anything, then it gets kind of boring, man. I remember when I had so much weed. It got boring. I'll roll up a blunt. I hit it a couple of times. My roaches was was whole blunts that was hit only 3 or 4 times. It was so boring. Just like with sleeping around, when you really then slept around with the body game and stuff like that, then you just sometimes just want a conversation, man. You hear what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want a person not to be stupid. If you just looking for the sex and stuff, I mean, she ain't got to say nothing. She could literally be deaf. You know damn well if she fine, she looking right, but she deaf, she can't even talk. Man, that's all. You don't care. But see, once you start getting more mature, and you still got that body and all that, but you're getting more mature. You want to start, like picking the person brain and seeing about how they vibe more. The sex can come later because you can get the sex at any time. You have a lot of guys out here, man, that really want a wife, and it's going to be hard for a righteous woman, especially a God-fearing woman, to take you serious. I don't know why. Well, I know why. Because the stereotype that goes along with a six pack, obliques, you hear what I'm saying? A chiseled jawline. The stereotype is player. It's a program. It's player. But I understand. I could dig it. What I'm trying to say is, the better in shape you are, the less the women are going to take you serious in a relationship. Like, you're going to be like Las Vegas. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to be like retirement in the country, the white picket fence. You're going to be like a one night stand, a whole bunch of damn one night stands, man. And yeah, it's fun at first. It's fun at first, but after you sleep with a person and you see in their eyes that they really don't like the real you, probably. It's just that they like the clay. They like how you molded and shaped the clay. When you realize that they wouldn't even dare take you around their friends, they wouldn't even dare marry you or introduce you to their parents, you would start understanding, man. You would start feeling like a dildo, man. You start feeling like dildo, man. That's what the body game gets you. Dildo, man. Now, and it's cool to be dildo, man, when you're young. It's fun. You find a woman, she got a good job. She give you all the supplements, give you a gym membership, all the sex you can get. It's fun, but you're gonna start aging. You're gonna start wanting to have kids probably. But if you don't, then you could live that life as long as you want. But I'm telling you, it's something that comes with maturity that make you start seeing women that isn't intelligent as bimbos. No matter if they got a nice body or not, it's like once they open their mouth, you start to be less attracted to them. And all of the guys who've ever been able to get with women real easy agree with me. The only dudes that be 40 years old, 45 years old, 46 years old, that's still attracted to bimbos are guys who really don't, gets the women. And they think that these bimbos are just easy. But any mature man will look at a bimbo, especially if he have daughters. He'll look at a bimbo as a little ass girl. And it won't even be a sexual thing. Listen, the body game is a beautiful thing, man. But you have to have confidence and you can't be insecure. You have to work on that. At the same time, you're working on your biceps. You have to be working on your confidence. Because if you don't, and you start getting real swole, and your confidence is still low, you still an insecure little boy in the inside. You insecure in the inside, it's just a lot of muscle wrapped around it. This is how a lot of guys start doing steroids and stuff. Because they don't get that validation that they looking for. No, a lot of women is not going to give you that validation, man. They're going to purposely look the other way. They're going to purposely say little things like you got a little Johnson and all of that type of stuff, man. They're going to already expect you to know exactly what to say, to be a sharp player, to know everything, to make all the moves. And if you're not like that, man, it's like you a studio gangster. Then all of a sudden, this guy who have been working on his confidence, who's not insecure, he come to the gym, and then you start seeing the difference. You start seeing the difference. You hear what I'm saying? Peace.